everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. So, infusible inks are a great way to create sublimated items when you do not have a sublimation printer. So in this tutorial, I will be sublimating on a white 100% cotton t-shirt using Cricut's Infusible Ink and HTVRONT's Glossy Sublimation HTV for dark fabrics. Want to see how I do it? Come on, y'all. Let's get started. Here I am in Cricut Design Space where I already have my image added to the canvas. I downloaded this butterfly image from Creative Fabrica. Creative Fabrica has a lot of images and designs that you can use to help create any project that you would like to work on. I will leave a link in the description of the video so that you can go check them out. Now here I have my image size to 11 inches in width proportionately. So I have my white layer, and this layer will be cut with the HTVRONT Sublimation HTV. And this layer is the exact size of my butterfly because I want my image to be edge to edge. I don't want any white outline around my image. Next, I have my black layer, and I have a pink layer. And both of these layers will be cut with infusible ink. So I will be layering the black and the pink layer onto the Sublimation HTV. So that's all of the layers. And now I'm going to select Make It. Here on this screen, I have 3 mats. And since I will be applying this design with heat, I'm going to mirror all of the mats by turning on the mirror option. So for the white layer, which is the HTV Sublimation HTV, I'm going to turn the mirror on. And for the black layer, I'm going to turn the mirror option on. And I am going to turn on the mirror option for the pink layer. And I do this because all of these layers will be applied with heat. And so when you are applying items with heat, 9 times out of 10, it needs to be mirrored. And so now I've mirrored everything. I'm just going to select Continue. Here on this screen, I'm going to select the material that I will be cutting. So first, I am going to cut the Sublimation HTV. According to the instructions, I should use flock iron-on cut settings. This is the settings for the Cricut Maker. But for this tutorial, I am going to be using my Cricut Explore Air 2. And so I'm going to use everyday iron-on cut settings. I am going to place the HTV on the mat with the shiny side on the mat. Be cutting the black layer and the pink layer with infusible ink. So I'm going to change my material settings by selecting the last material settings that I had. I am going to go to Browse All Material, and then I'm going to search for infusible ink. I'm going to select Infusible Ink Transfer Sheet, and I'm going to I'm going to select None. So when using infusible ink, you want to make sure that you place any of the leftover transfers back into the plastic bag that it comes in. So you want to put it back in the plastic bag, and you want to make sure you put it back in the inside the box as well. And when you are placing your infusible ink onto your mat, you're going to place it with the ink side facing up. And just like with sublimation, you want to make sure that you are not touching the ink part a lot, because you don't want to damage it with anything that may be on your hands. So when you're working with infusible ink, make sure that your hands are clean and dry from debris and stuff. So I'm going to place this onto the mat with the shiny side down and the ink side facing up. And so I'm just going to place it on the mat. And again, make sure that your hands are clean, because you don't want to, you do not want anything on your hands that will rub off and interfere with the ink, with the ink that's on the transfer sheet. Okay, so here I am at the heat press, and I am going to be pressing this onto a white t-shirt. I've already lint rolled and pre-pressed the shirt to remove the moisture. I've also gone ahead and placed the Sublimation HTV on the shirt about 3 inches from the bottom of the collar. And so now I'm going to press the HTV at 310 degrees for 10 seconds. So according to the instructions, this is a cold peel. So I'm going to let this cool off and then I'll come back. Okay, so it's cooled off. And so now I'm going to peel the carrier sheet away. Now I'm going to lay down my first layer, which is the black infusible ink. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down, and I'm just going to make sure that I get everything lined up correctly onto the shirt. So I'm just going to line everything up correctly. And then I am going to tape it down with some heat tape just to make sure that it doesn't move. So I have it lined up correctly. And so just to make sure that it doesn't move, I'm going to add a piece of heat tape to it. So I have my image taped down, and I've put butcher paper inside of my shirt, as well as put butcher paper on the bottom mat so that I can protect my mat. I am going to cover I'm going to cover the image with some butcher paper, and I am going to press this at 400 degrees for 30 seconds. So I'm going to let this cool down, and then I'm going to layer my next layer. Okay, so it's cooled off, and so I am just going to remove the first layer, and so far it looks so good. I have like where the black actually didn't get all the way onto the Sublimation HTV, but it's okay because this shirt is for me. And so now I'm going to layer in my second layer, which is the pink and purple and blues. And so I'm just going to lay it down inside of here. Making sure that I get everything lined up. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I have my second layer layered into the black layer. And so I'm going to cover it with parchment paper. And I am going to press this at 400 degrees for 30 seconds. Okay, so the final layer has cooled off. And so we're just going to reveal it together. And okay, so I like it. The colors are really vibrant. I like the shininess of the glossy HTV. It kind of, you know, doesn't make it look so plain because it's just a butterfly on it. The colors are really nice. Like I said, here you can see that I got edge to edge, but I did get some of the ink onto the cotton fabric here. There are some areas where I didn't quite get it lined up, but overall I like the shirt itself. I know that after I wash it a few times that this ink will come out of the fabric, and so it'll make the shirt look a little bit more clean, but I like it. What you guys think? What do you think? All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. In full disclosure, weeding the infusible ink was quite the task, but in the end, I like the way the design came out. So if you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.